Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Selena Trebuck. I am a divine activation and embodiment coach, and I've been working with women for years now in a multitude of different spaces, whether they were looking to transition in their careers, take their multi-level marketing businesses or home businesses or just their personal businesses to the next level, whether they were looking to fully transform and shift and change their physical bodies, whether that was from weight or whether it was from dis-ease that was going through. So overall, I really help women especially, but I do work with a few men as well, to really just activate and step into their light, to really see that light within inside their soul of who they are and really help them to really live a life that they can look back and say, wow, I didn't leave a stone unturned. I didn't leave an opportunity that really was there for me to help maximize. I didn't leave that on the table, right? So I want to share with you something that I was really just thinking of today. I was listening to a call yesterday and they were talking on depression, they were talking on anxiety, and it really just flooded into me how much of that really truly is what led me to this path. And having been doing, a life coaching type of work for almost 17 years now, my own personal journey, true deep journey has been almost the last 24 years. I remember, when I was 18 years of age, being at a space where I had my first panic attack, like a full blown panic attack, to the point that I really was not I wasn't functioning, right? Like I had the full tunnel vision, I couldn't hear anything, all the sounds were muffled, literally almost completely blacked out at the moment. And then having the shakes afterward and feeling cold and really just feeling like I was dying in the moment and wondering what was going on afterward, and for that to repeat and repeat and repeat itself for so many years later, and also being intertwined with the space of having these lows of what I really do not care for labels, but just to be able to help with the understanding here, those feelings of this depression, right? This lack of a motivation or not wanting to start, things, this space of just deep sadness, this grief, these emotions that were overloading and overwhelming for so many years. And I guess it's very synergistic that I would say almost 99% of the clients who come to me, whether they have been mega successful, in business, or whether they're just starting on their journey, whether they're just starting on their journey of overall health and shifting and changing that, whether they're just starting to look at the relationships around them and how they want to start embodying a different story, right? It doesn't matter where somebody is. 99% of those individuals that come to me speak of and talk of anxiety, or what I am gonna put it in a box today. But if I do not like labels, I don't like boxes. But just for an understanding of that feeling of anxiety or anxiousness. And so with that, I felt the call to share a little bit, as not everyone works with me on a one-on-one basis. Not everyone has full access already to the hypno tracks, the personal hypno tracks, the activations, right? So I wanted to share a few things, a few tools that you can initiate and you can put into place and you can put into space if you're starting to feel this. But first, I want you to really remember that if you are feeling these heightened states, whether it's highs or lows, that these are all of a significant purpose. And this is something I could train on for days, right? Those are warning signs. They're really beautiful warning signs, or identification markers for us of shifts or changes or responses to things, whether it's old patterns, beliefs, emotional triggers. They really are indicators. So I'm going to give you some tools that can help to empower that. Again, if we were working on a one-on-one basis, I would be utilizing working with you with your unconscious mind and being able to really identify where these things originated from. because I'm sure you've heard the analogy that how you do one thing is how you do everything. This is something that literally will pop up and it will spread out like roots into pretty much every single aspect and area of your life. So if you're being held back in one spot, if you're feeling frustration in one spot, it's going to infuse, right? If you're feeling anxiety on starting things, you're going to feel anxiety in starting anything that you're looking at starting or stepping into. So through those journeys, I help individuals to learn how to step into the uncomfortable, to really embody the uncomfortable and really realizing that it's not this icky thing that we've tried to put a label on either. Really, the uncomfortable is where the magic happens. It's really where the shifts change. It's where the old patterns, and for me, it was that continual cycle of hitting complete rock bottoms, of full on feelings of anxiousness, hopelessness, anger, because I was to the point of complete burnout and exhaustion and pouring, right? I'm sure some of you can relate to this as well. So through that, here are a few little, I'm going to give you 4 little tools that you can utilize. I want you to really identify when that starts, when you start feeling that anxiety. I want you to just identify it, right? We don't want to eliminate it. Again, it's a warning sign that our body is made to send us, to deliver us, to give us. So I want you to identify that, number 1. Number 2, I want you to take a moment and think, when have I ever felt this before? Okay? Become an investigator. So start looking at, when have I ever felt like this before? Number 3, anybody who's worked with me will hear me tell you to breathe, right? So taking in 5 deep breaths and taking those breaths in, it's not just, right, like hyperventilation. No, no. It's really taking it in through the nose. So concentrated, really making sure that we're getting that oxygen circulated and we're releasing what's no longer serving right at that moment, right? Releasing the high intensity. So taking it in through the nose, fully expanding the heart capacity where love is, and fully expanding the belly with that, holding it at the top and letting it out. Letting some sound out with it if you need to. All right. There's some clients, they're really loud, right? That's their full expression. That's the intensity. That's the feeling that they feel. There's no right, there's no wrong of letting that out. So doing that deep breath, the deep breaths in and out 5 times. And then at that moment, so this will be in step number 4, I ask you to journal. I ask you to put those things on paper and release. You're hearing something, it's my dog. So just ignore Lucy right at the moment. But release those things from yourself, right? The more that you write, the more that you're going to start seeing some patterns. You're going to start seeing some correlations, right? You'll start seeing some of the words or the messages that your unconscious mind are trying to reveal to you. So again, remember to identify when it starts. Take some time to identify it. Feel it. Number 2, think, when have I felt this before? 3, those 5 deep breaths in and out, sound if you need to. And 4, take the time to journal. So I hope that this finds you at a space that you really truly can implement this, that you are open to that and bridging that. Again, my journey has been over years, and with that, I look to help people to alchemize, to be able to compress, to be able to heal, and to be able to move and transition far faster than what I have over these years. So use these tools to empower yourself to start those shifts. If you're looking for something at a deeper level, at a deeper space, reach out. Get you connected to see what that looks like, to feel what that looks like if you're ready for change. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to feel ashamed of. You may be feeling those things right now. Our journeys are all unique and they truly are of purpose. And I'd love to be able to work with you on another level, to be able to take that alchemization as part of your life, to be able to integrate more peace, more purpose, and more prosperity throughout your entire life you have ahead of you. Much love. Drop some comments. If you implement this and something breaks through, please share that as well. Come back and share that here as well. Much love to you.